Welcome to Judge Echo, where we uncover the most shocking legal battles currently sweeping the USA. Subscribe Judge Echo for daily courtroom updates.
What would you like to tell me?
I won't consent to have contact with him. I feel like his son missed him and he been asking to see him. And that's it.
Okay, so in essence, the no contact you want lifted.
Yes,
All right. Anything else?
that's it.
That's it? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Ms. Beck.
Your Honor, today's the day and time set for sentencing. We did review the pre-sentence reports on both cases. We don't have any material changes, additions, or deletions. On the misdemeanor case, we are asking for credit for time served. I did review that case with Mr. Bond Sanders. Both he and the victim in the case deny that anything physical happened. He has been in custody for some time. I did speak with Ms. Pilara, and she, regarding both cases, she did inform me that Mr. Bond Sanders has been, while he's been in custody, has completed an anger management course. He's also completed, or was working on completing a domestic violence course. You finished the domestic violence course? So he has done some improvement, self-improvement while in custody. And I hope the court take that into consideration on that case. Regarding the other case, we are asking that you adopt the probation recommendation. Mr. Bond Sanders has been wonderful to work with. He's been very attentive and taken these matters seriously, especially after the bond violation, as the court knows. Every conversation that we've had with him has taken responsibility for his actions. He would like contact with the victim in this case. They do have a child together. However, he did say that if the court does not grant contact, he does have a place that he would stay that's separate from her and would comply with any conditions the court orders.
Before I hear from the defendant, do people have a position on the contact?
This time I would be objecting to the contact. We would like to see how Mr. Bond Sanders does on probation. Maybe this first review need to be addressed because they're serious. At least the one case I do agree it's a serious case, and I would have concerns. And I would have said be addressed at the review hearing in October. As to the case, I wouldn't object to defense request. I believe they had the same terms of probation as well. So like so.
If I don't order contact, let's say I follow the people's recommendation. How old is your child?
He's 1. He'll be 2 in October.
Pardon?
He's 1. He'll be 2 in October.
Okay. So would there be a way for the two of you to arrange so that you can see your son?
It's possible, yes.
Pardon?
It's possible, yes.
Okay. Okay. Sir, anything you want to tell me before
I just want to apologize for my actions. I've been taking classes. I've been thinking for a change, anger management, couple domestic violence courses. Just trying to better myself and get myself back on the right track where I need to be, where I should be. Just trying to do something right for my kids. Even take the parenting class. Well, I've been in here just trying to man up to get this over with. That's it. That's all.
And what's the major reason you have to do better?
Not for myself, but at least for my kids.
Yeah.
My kids need me. I have 5 of them. They are looking up to me. So,
in case ending in 933, domestic violence case, 24 months probation term, $555 fines and cost. That will be due 60 days after release. I'll waive probation oversight fees on that case because I'm going to get to them on the other case. Comply with all the terms that I will announce in 24 F10803. I'll set a review hearing on this case. That's to be held October 20th, 2025 at 1 p.m. I'll order 93 days of bail, credit 53, and the balance on that case is suspended. In the other matter, on 24 months, $555 fines and court costs, $720 probation oversight fees. Such out a payment plan as arranged by probation for those things. You understand that, sir?
yes.
There's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as directed by probation. You are to complete a domestic violence program as directed by probation. I am going to continue at this time the no contact with Ms. Henderson. Okay, no going to the residence employment of Ms. Henderson. I am, however, in this going to make an exception except for child exchange, but I'd prefer that be done through a third person.
Yes.
Okay.
I can do that.
So except for child exchange. So if it's something having to do with the child, you can have contact, but you have to make sure you can verify that. Understand me?
Yes.
There's to be no assaultive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. You are not to possess any weapons, firearms, ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. You are to report to probation on August 20th, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. That's an in-person meeting. You're to report as directed. I'll set a review hearing that's to be held October 20th, 2025 at 1 p.m. I'll order 93 days in jail credit, 53 days. The balance is suspended. What's your child's date of birth?
October 19th. That's what I was just gonna ask you. You got
October
Yeah,
19th.
can we do it like a little sooner? His birthday's
Well, I can't do it sooner because of the court scheduling. Ms. Valera, if he is doing otherwise, okay, then get a report to the court around the 18th or sometime around then and see about lifting no contact provision so that he can celebrate his child's. The child will be with his parents on his birthday.
Okay, and I'll
Right.
discuss that.
Very good. Okay, thank you.
Anything about other case about
Court does call the case People versus Towsett. Is it Araya?
As on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Araya. Mr. Araya, please state your name for the record.
Defendant Araya.
Your Honor, we're asking for an adjournment to the next possible date. There's some bond issues that I'm hoping to work out with the people pertaining to the no-go to and whether the alleged victim is still present at the home.
And next day.
September 8th.
During this matter to September 8th, 2025, 1 p.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Fine. Court calls case People versus Oronde C. Jones.
Alan Zend on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Object on behalf of Mr. Oronde Jones.
Your name, sir?
Oronde, last name Jones.
Your Honor, can we briefly approach on this matter, please?
You may.
Today's time and day for pretrial in this matter. Judge, I'm wondering if I could make a bond motion before we set any dates.
Go ahead.
Just basically, my client's never been in trouble before. He has no criminal history whatsoever, no juvie, no adult. He is let me get this straight, sewer and drain maintenance person working for Hoover and Troy. He has a valid license. If the court were gracious enough to put him out on tether, he could be tethered at 8674 MacArthur and Ypsilanti. One of his best friends is willing to take him in. He will not contact the victim. It's my understanding the victim wants to contact him. I met with Oronde earlier this morning. We went over the police report and the allegations she's making, not only to this case, but in the past, he claims are just outrageous. I understand the victim may have a different perspective of that. But all that being said, Judge, he's on a $25,000, 10% bond. Judge, we're asking if the court would consider a PR bond on tether or a nominal cash bond. He will not contact the victim. I told him if he does, it's going to lead to further problems resolving this matter. But at this point, we would ask if you would consider that tether release.
Sarge.
Your Honor, I would be objecting to any modification of bond at this time. This case involves serious allegations of argument that became physical in which he smashed her phone, grabbed her, and threw the victim down on the carpet. then got on top of her and tried to strangle her twice. She was able to defend herself and get him off of her. She then tried to scream for help, and he put his hand over her mouth and pushed her back to the ground. When officers arrived, she had laceration in her neck, redness on the right side of her upper lip, and carpet burn. He also has a dismissed CD from 2021 on 1482. So given this and the facts in the police report, I would be objecting to any modification of bond at this time.
Just very briefly, Judge, when he will acknowledge that when he kind of got mad, he threw the phone down. It cracked. I mean, he didn't do it to do it, but his action caused the phone to crack. Again, there was some tussling in the room, but you read the police report and it looked like World War III, and he said that's not what happened. And again, I'm asking, because he has no criminal history, he's a productive citizen. We're asking that the court please consider a bond reduction.
What are you asking to do with this case? And then I'll rule on bond.
Judge, I got to advocate on behalf of my client the best. He's telling me that again, if it were just a plea to the phone, I would plead him up in 30 seconds. The domestic violence charge, again, as I explained to the court, this couple has been going on for 10, 12 years. I don't know what's going on between them, but again, it doesn't seem like there's a history of violence between these two people. And I believe what my client's telling me, which obviously is opposite what the victim's saying. I believe she's here wanting to have contact with him. I told him if that happens, he'll probably end up in jail if you were to release him again. He should have no contact with her. So the domestic violence case, he doesn't want to plead to that. So I guess we're setting it for a jury trial.
And I did just want to note for the court, the dismissed case from 2021 was with the same victim.
All right. So jury final settlement conference for October 17th, 2025, 9 a.m. Jury selection in this case will be set October 20th, 2025 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person. What I will do with reference to the defendant's bond, I'm going to deny the request for change in bond. I'm not going to change his bond nor the conditions, particularly regarding contact. He was arraigned 5 days ago. However, Mr. Killowald, I will set a bond hearing. My next one's September 8th.
Yes.
I'll set a bond hearing to review that bond so he doesn't sit until October. I'll set that for September 8th, 2025 at 1 p.m. And that way, at least, be getting close to an adequate period in time between the time of his arraignment.
Judge, can you give me the final settlement conference date again? I'm sorry.
October 17th.
Final settlement conference, October 17th. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Judge. We appreciate your consideration. But it's my understanding, I know you don't have any authority over the victim, but if she's trying to contact him or visit him at the jail, he just needs to refuse those contacts for now?
Yes, you're going to be the one. So that you understand entirely, part of my rationale also is I'm a little bit worried based upon what's being said that if you were out, something's going to occur. I'm not going to attribute who it's going to be.
Right.
But I don't have jurisdiction over it.
Right.
If there were contact, even if you were trying to get away from it and you're there, you're the one that's going to be taken in.
Oh.
And I think what Mr. Killowald was indicating, where he said I'll just say it because he said it on the record, he expressed concern that if there was contact and you were out, as he's probably told you, you're going to be the one ending up back in. And then that's a higher mountain for you to climb because now not only do I not have you abiding by those people, now that I don't have you abiding by those conditions, I then have bond violation, and then it becomes a much more difficult task to let you out.
Well, I definitely wouldn't
No, that's okay. We're good. Judge,
Okay.
one last,
And so what I did, and also I'll just point this out, I normally don't set a bond. If you set it for jury, I normally don't set a bond hearing. I'm doing that so that I want to make sure I take a look at it before it just strolls into October.
Judge, you need to file a bond motion, correct? For the, you want me to?
No, that's why I gave you the date so that there was no necessity of that.
Okay.
No necessity for you to file a bond motion. I understand the issues involved. I mean, if you want to file something, you can.
No,
but I've given you a date so that it will be heard. He's just not sitting.
And with your knowledge and background, I didn't think I need one. Thank you, Judge, very much.
You know, kilowatt battery will get you everywhere. All right, thank you. Court does call the case People versus Austin on.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. An, who is present via Zoom. Sir, can you please unmute and state your name for the court?
Austin on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have discussed this case with my client, and at this time, we're respectfully requesting to set it for a final settlement conference. And then I do have a very brief bond request when appropriate.
Jury final settlement conference will be set October 17th, 2025, 9 a.m. Jury selection necessary October 20th, 2025 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person. Yes, as to bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. An is respectfully requesting that he be allowed to travel to Columbus, Ohio, from September 20th through September 21st with his son. And I do understand
What?
why the court may have hesitations.
What?
And I do understand why the court would have hesitations as far as the location.
No, it's not hesitation. I just don't know why anybody would want to go there.
It is my understanding that his adult son resides there. And so he is hopeful to go
Is he a
visit.
Buckeye?
I don't know either way for
You
a fact.
didn't ask?
I did not
Who I
ask
would
that.
ask? You knew I would ask you, Ms. Pate, and you chose not to find out.
I wouldn't want to have to give you bad information about my client, if it was even true. I do not know if Mr. An's son is a Buckeye or not, but I do know he would like to go to Columbus, Ohio, those 2 dates. See him.
Any response from the
You
people?
would have no objection. Columbus is a great place.
Oh, that's right. Because you're in Ohio. Yeah, there's some about her I didn't like. Yeah, but you're on the other side. You're toward Cleveland.
We don't have a college team. We're for football
You
there.
guys don't have a college. There's a reason. So hold it. Are you a Buckeye fan? You all this time you have been sitting in my courtroom, and it's
Really pains Katie too. She
get
can't.
the cuffs out. We'll just lock her up with the next case. I am like, I'm devastated. My whole brain, my head just exploded because I liked Allie. I did. What were the dates?
September 20th through the 21st, Your Honor.
And that would include your travel days, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll indicate that the defendant may travel to Columbus, Ohio, September 20th through 21st. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Hunt.
Thank you, Mr. An. You're all
Thank you.
set for today. The judge said you could travel those days.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. You're all set.